Okay, I think I'm back now. Let's see if I can see the chat this time, shall we? Having one of those days, I think, where I'm thrown off. I'm thrown off because, of course, as soon as I ended that broadcast, I found the other one. I hope you guys are with me now. And I will tell you in a moment if I can see you. Of course. Jeez, oh, Pete. Anyway, I'm going to assume that I'm live right now. So I'm just really quickly, in case anyone's missed the last little intro I did. My name is Angie Atkinson, and on this channel, I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse and toxic relationships. I like to call it toxic relationship rehab. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and let's get going. Maybe if I can go in through the link, that would help, huh? Let's try that. Couldn't hurt. So I am able to find the link. Yes. Let us see if we can get there. I don't know. YouTube has changed recently the way that everything looks. Oh, good. Here I am. Okay. Here in a minute, I'll have my stuff pulled up. Okay. We are here. All right. Oh, yes. We can see everybody now. Okay. Here we go. This is good. Okay. So, yes. Alyssa Blackburn, I can see that. Thank you. Good morning and happy Wednesday. Good morning, Lynn Powers, Arlene Robertson, Anna Baumgartner, David H. Hey, hey, hey. Phyllis G. David H. says good morning. He sees and hears me. Why is that happening? Okay. There we go. Okay. Oh my gosh. Everything's all crazy. Now the chat has gone away. Here we go. Try this again. Maybe. I just lost my... Oh my gosh. I just lost my connection, apparently, or something. Try this link again and see if that does the trick. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm having a rough time with with stuff today. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, assuming that you can all see me, let me just really quickly, while I'm waiting for the chat to repop up, let me just show you. So my client, Crystal, sent me this lovely card. And oh, I see you now. Thank you. Good. Okay. Okay, Freedom Lee sees me. Hey, girl. Hey. Elise says good morning. Okay. Good. Chat, video and chat are good. Okay. All right. Why is this doing this today? Okay, so I got this card. Here we go. Here's the chat. Okay. Oop. Jeez, oh, Pete. Having one of those days, y'all. Okay. It's like I forgot how to do everything in one day. I'm just kidding. Okay. I'm popping out the chat. It'll just be easier this way. Okay. So I have this card from Crystal, and it says, so like, but then, and she says, thanks for always pretending to listen, which I think was a joke. She says, Angie, thank you for being such an amazing friend and supporter of recovery. I wanted to send you this very special book, and I wish you the absolute best. I don't know if you wear bracelets, but I thought you might like this one. Please give your family hugs and kisses from me. Love, Crystal. Love it. Going on my wall of fame. And she sent me this beautiful sparkly bracelet. Isn't that beautiful? From Chloe and Isabel. It came in this cute little bag. And this book, which I'm super excited to read, White Hot Truth by Danielle Laporte. Love it. Can't wait to read it. All right. Anywho, here I am. Okay. Oh, John Jay's back. Hey, John Jay. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. Let me get up here. So we say good morning to Alyssa, Lynn, Arlene, Anna, David, Phyllis, David, Southern Belle. Good morning, Southern Belle. Anna can't hear or see me. Can you please refresh? Kim Thornsberry. Good morning, Kim Thornsberry. SM says, good morning, Angie dear. SM, I'm so glad you're here. She says, thank you for your text. If it wasn't for your text, I'd be in La La Land right now. I don't want to miss your live chat ever. Oh, I'm so happy to have you here, SM. You're such a big part of this little tribe here. Oh, look, Malta's back. Hey, Malta, good morning. I missed you the other day. How you feeling? And he says, audio and video are good. Very good, very good. Anna can see me now. Great. Okay, Arlene says no pic. Oop. Wait a minute. There we go. All right. Arlene, refresh, please, honey. Okay, Freedom Lee sees me. Very good, very good. Elise H, good morning, says John J. Chris Back says, good morning, Chris. Jihan says, hello and good morning. I just wonder why I always feel the narc around me all the time. Why do I still feel inferior even though I understood the truth? That is a great question, Jihan. Um, and Jihan goes on to say, why do I feel ashamed of this so-called human things like human things like eating or using the toilet? I know that sounds silly, but the narc has this way of making himself a god above everyone else. Oh, yes, I totally feel you. Good morning, Angela Scabelin. Good morning, Don Esparza. And good morning, K-Ren Russ French. All right. So, Jihan, part of the reason that you feel that way is because you've been conditioned to feel that way by the narcissist and anyone else in your life. Maybe you had a parent who treated you this way. Anyone else in your life who makes you feel not good enough, or who makes you feel, like things like eating and using the toilet are bad. It is a process. What you have to do is you have to learn to fall in love with yourself just the way you are right now, today, and be okay with that. Now, I'm not saying that, you may not want to change things, because I'll tell you what, I still have things I want to change about myself. I'm still working on becoming the best possible version of myself. But when you don't have somebody constantly working against you and beating down your subconscious, what happens is that when you're used to doing that, that stuff, it gets stuck in your head and you can't stop feeling it, right? So you find yourself feeling alone. You find yourself feeling ashamed of things like using the toilet and eating. And that's because those things were drilled into your head for so long. And so it's almost like they're sitting in the back of your head in a little chair, complaining and making you feel bad about yourself. So I like to do a couple of different things. One of the things I like to recommend for my clients to do is to write down a list of all the things that they were told about themselves that weren't true, things that were negative that other people told them, such as you're not good enough, you should be ashamed of using the toilet or eating, things like that. And then I like to have them cross those things out physically and write the new truth or the real truth next to it. For example, it's normal and human to eat. It's okay to eat. It's normal and human to use the toilet. It's okay. If they told you weren't attractive, put down, they say, you're not attractive, then cross that out and put, I'm beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that you can do is work on affirmations every day. So think about things that you need to work, to feel better about, like eating or using the toilet in this case. And so take that moment and if you feel ashamed, say, nope, I'm going to cancel that thought and replace it with this affirmation of my true divine desire. And then, it's normal to use a toilet. It's healthy. If you don't use a toilet, you're going to be really in a lot of pain. Let's be honest. Okay. It's about changing the vibe. And at the same time, every day, think of 10 things you're grateful for and 3 things you love about yourself. One more thing on this, Jihan, if you hear those, voices telling you you're not good enough, imagine yourself climbing a little ladder up the back of your neck into your brain and pushing that person out of your brain. Let him fall out your nose. It's kind of funny, kind of amuses you that way. So anyway, all right, let me get back to it here. All right, so Alyssa says, Angie, where'd she go? Alyssa says, good morning, body and soul. Alyssa says, Angie, I need some advice. Every holiday that passes, he finds excuses like, oh, I finally have a day off. I needed to get stuff done. Never spend time with my son. And then he ended up at his sister's house where he hung out with her, but said to me he wouldn't be able to come to me because he doesn't want to sit at my house, but will sit at his sister's. Oh, okay. So what you have to do, Alyssa, is plan ahead of time for these holidays. And if you don't want to, yeah, that's really weird. So basically you're saying that he hung out with his sister, but not you, but he wanted you to come to him at his sister's house. You have to stand your ground a little bit on that stuff, Alyssa. I need a little more information. Good morning, Sarah Flara. Sarah Flara says, I'm here. Happy to see you, honey. And good morning. Okay, Jihan says, why did my codependency worsen after narc experience? How can I heal from it? How long will it take me to heal from narc abuse and codependency? Yeah. Okay, Jihan, it is a process. Why did it worsen after? Because now you feel probably alone and scared, and one of your first things you want to do is grab onto somebody that feels safe. But what you have to do, how you can heal from it, is by starting to recognize that you are able to stand up and be strong by yourself. You don't need anyone to hold you up, but we'll hold you up here. You know what I'm saying? You need to find healthy sources of support like this amazing group, and SPAN on Facebook, which is you can learn more about it, queenbeing.com/SPAN. It's a group that we pretty much 24/7 have people available to support you there. So that is a start. You have to intend to make a change. You have to choose to make a change and start knowing all this stuff. Yeah. All right. Oh, Malta said that is so sweet. Thanks for sharing Crystal's gift. My pleasure. She's such a doll. Love her. Love her. Okay. And let's see here. Okay. SM says, I'm always upbeat after your live chat. That is wonderful news, and it means a lot to me. Thank you so much, SM. Kitty Love says, hello, Angie. I recently got out of a narcissistic relationship a few weeks ago, and your videos have helped me tremendously. Thank you. My pleasure. Happy to have you in the tribe, honey. Thank you for being here today, Kitty Love. Cute name, by the way. I love me some kitties, too. Sarah Lee says, good morning. Good morning, Sarah Lee. How are you, honey? Love the Audrey Hepburn pic. Super cute. Hello, Jillian. Jillian's in the house. JT, Jillian in the house. She's amazing. She's one of my fellow co-authors from my most recent book and a wonderful attorney. And along with David H., she's among the people that I talk to about legal stuff. So if anybody has legal questions, our people are here today. Malta says, I am great. Great to be here. Angie, how are you this morning? I have my coffee here. Hugs. Hugs. Hey, I had my coffee here, but I drank it. I'm going to drink some more after this live stream. Yes, indeed. Coffee. Sarah Flair is getting some more. Jihan says, when is Angie coming, guys? Oh my gosh, I just gave her all this advice and she didn't even see it. That's terrible. Jihan, you're going to have to watch the replay, honey. I'm so sorry that you can't see me. Somebody let Jihan know that I gave her advice and she should watch the replay. Elise says, I know many narcs who were angry when I needed to drink water. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. K. Renrest French says, on vacation to my parents, I threw him out and sent him to his parents yesterday. Woo! Haven't talked with him since then. Need positive vibes, please. Okay, everybody. Positive vibes for Karen, everybody. Karen, I know that is highly stressful, but I also know that I want to congratulate you for taking such brave steps. I really think this will be so good for you in the long run. You will feel so much better. Yes. Jouncy and positive energy coming your way, my friend. Okay. Jouncy G says, I had a great day yesterday out in nature. Our spirits need to be in touch with nature, which invigorates us. It was amazing. Take off your shoes and let your feet feel and connect with Mother Nature. I love that. And that is so true. Yes. Yes. Malta, thank you for letting everybody know to refresh. Jouncy says, turn off tech and just listen. Yes, sometimes, absolutely. Sometimes that is just what we need to kind of refresh our souls a little bit, right? Sarah Lee says, gee, Elise, I feel you there. Yep. SM says, Alyssa, my narc ex would tell me to take same day off every week. He was off too. On the day off, I get a call that he's been called to work. I called his coworker. He went to his other supply. Ooh, that's pretty terrible. That's pretty terrible. Almost like he was doing it to hurt you, huh? That's terrible. Jojo Angel says, narc love bombing for me was, hey Jojo, narc love bombing for me was sex. Wait, narc was love bombing me for sex. I caved. Then next time I said no. The next day he discarded me. Not sure if this is a tactic or it's over. I want a commitment, not a casual relationship. He knows this. Stick to your guns. And if you really think he's a narcissist, why are you trying to have a commitment? Don't try to commit to him. Try to move on and be happy. I understand that they can be very attractive and very exciting, but I feel like if you know for sure he's a narcissist, you shouldn't want a commitment from him. Just my thoughts. What do you think about that? Jihan says, I feel that my inability to contact him again or stand in front of him is a sign of my weakness. I want to be fully healed to the point that I can stand in front of him and not feel a thing. 2 years being abused by the narc. How long can it take to heal? I'm afraid that my whole life will be over this. No, it's not going to be your whole life is going to be over. You have to choose to begin to heal, and it is a process. Don't contact him in order to, while you're going through this process, you're going to want to steer clear. Like we've talked about before, the addiction to a narcissist is very much like the addiction to a drug. So make sure that you are abstaining while you're going through the withdrawal period. You know what I'm saying? I would, unless you have to see him, I would not try to see him at all. Your whole life is not going to be over. How long it can take to heal? I mean, you want to give yourself at least a month or two. After 2 years, I would, give yourself a couple of weeks to kind of go through the really hard mourning part, and then I would set an end date to that part and start to heal and go forward after the 2 weeks. I think you told me it had been a little while, so I would start to, give yourself time to throw things and cry and break things if you need to, but then move forward and start to take care of yourself like a good mother would. Yeah. Irish Indian, good morning, Irish Indian, says, good morning, Angie and all. Let's get some healing accomplished today. Okay, I totally agree with you there. Yes, indeed. Dawn says, thank you for being you. You have educated and helped me so much. Please keep doing your videos. Thank you so much, Dawn. That means the world to me, and I certainly will. Thank you. Jihan says, new identity, steps to forming a new identity. That is a great question. I would say you would begin by choosing your identity. I've done some videos on this, and I will do some more. Okay. I will do some more. Gian says, do I ever see, thanks Elise for letting Gian know to refresh, by the way. Gian says, do I ever see Scott Bassett's videos? I don't know Scott Bassett. I can look those up after this stream, after my call. Oh, Alyssa says she's been married 5 times and was the one who told me to kick him out 2 years ago. Did I miss the rest of that? Oh, there we go. Oh, here we go. Okay. Alyssa says, he went to his sister's house. I wasn't invited, but he wouldn't drive to spend time with my son and I. His sister is crazy. He gets weirdly flirtatious with her. That is bizarre. She has nude photos all over the internet of JJ and all. Oh my gosh. She's been married 5 times and was the one who told me to kick him out 2 years ago. Ooh, interesting. Is this a stepsister? Just curious. Yeah. John CG says to Jojo Angel, it's both. He discarded you for the moment, so it is over until his sex drive wants you again, no contact. He's using you for his needs and thinks nothing of you. I agree with John CG. Alyssa, I think you have, he has proven to you, I don't know what to think about the nude pictures and the weird flirtation thing. I think there might be some weird incest stuff there, but I think that he has proven to you what matters to him and where you lie and has his priorities. I don't know why he wouldn't, first of all, insist that you were invited, and second of all, wouldn't drive to spend time with your son and you. It sounds like a really twisted situation. I think that you know exactly the truth here, and I think that is that, you want to step back from all of this. Maybe it could be a secret blessing in disguise that he didn't spend time. What did you guys do? Did you make sure to have a good time, or did you feel stressed out all day? Let me know. Okay, you guys, this is terrible, but I've only got a couple minutes left because I have a call coming in 11 minutes for a client, but I'm going to try to answer as many as I can in this time. SM says to Jihan, the ultimate destruction. I felt like my narc destroyed me. Last month, I felt like an old, damaged, used good. Today, I feel happy, and no one can destroy you. No one can destroy us. You are hurting. It is normal. Beautiful. Thank you, SM, and so true. And I'm so happy that you're happy. It means a lot to me. Jihan says, okay, so the narc is my thought and emotions monitor. I can't even get angry. I got called crazy for it. What do I do? Well, maybe you need to get angry. Maybe you need to get angry. It sounds to me like you need to re-embrace yourself. Maybe start focusing on what your emotions are instead of shoving them down like you have been doing. Take the time to kind of let them out for a while. Maybe start with watching a movie that makes you cry and let that happen and go from there. You want to feel your emotions again, I think. I think you're in that cognitive, is it cognitive dissonance? No. Disassociation when you're kind of disassociated from your emotions. So maybe what you want to do is start to focus on feeling your emotions for a while and see how that feels and work up from there. Sarah K says mornings are the hello. Sarah K says mornings are the hardest for me. I try to get up and walk my dog and eat well and read something uplifting, but I still cry and it's the hardest not to contact him. Certainly, Sarah K, I totally get that. That is something that is going to take a little bit of time, but it will be worth it. It will be something that you will be able to positively affect with intention. You have to intend to do things to make yourself feel better, to make yourself happy, to make your life better. Yeah. Um, and you have to try to change what you're doing. So like if you previously with him, if you were with him and you woke up and the first thing you did was text him good morning, make a point of waking up and doing something different first. Like change your routine, put your bed on the other side of the room, and buy a new bedspread and put new pictures up. Do something different so that you can, instead of feeling sad that he's not there, you can feel excited and happy that you're taking your life back and taking your life to the next level. It's a start. Sasha Smith says, good morning. Good morning, Sasha Smith. Body and Soul says, narcissism is a form of brainwashing. Mind manipulation techniques are used to control us, both overt and covert. They slither into our lives with mind-bending moves. Total pros. Absolutely the truth. And I think that, gaslighting is what they do. They gaslight us. They make us feel like we are not good enough, like we can't be happy, like we can't be normal, like we're crazy. And we kind of buy into that. And especially when we've been previously abused or neglected by parents on an emotional level. Something to think about. Barbara, good morning, Barbara. How are you feeling today, honey? Jihan says, I'm so angry that he can do this much damage and just get away with it. Not only that, but blame it all on you. I doubt this damage can be reversed. No, don't do that. Don't doubt it can be reversed. It can be reversed. You have to choose to do it. If you spend a lot of time feeling angry and doubting that it can be reversed, then it will not be reversed. You must choose to move forward and to be happy and to take back your life. If you allow yourself to remain damaged after this, it will allow him to maintain power over you. Jihan, you've got to take back your power and take back your life. That's how you do it. You choose to do it. You have to choose, make a choice to do it. You can. All right. Joyce says, hi, just started listening. You've really helped me with my 2 narc adult children in my life. I'm so happy to hear that, Joyce. Thank you, and welcome to the tribe, honey. I'm glad to have you here. Sasha Smith says, well said, Body and Soul. Yes, indeed. Oh, Piper. Hey, Piper and Kim here for the chat today. Hey, y'all. Hey, that's my sister and my oldest son, y'all. Hello. I love you guys both. Karen Russ French says, thank you. My pleasure, Karen. Barbara says, we went to the beach this weekend and one of his friends started a confrontation between my daughter and he stood there and watched and did nothing. So Barbara, are you back with him now? Let us know. I'm sorry that happened. Jihan says, how incredible. How he can beat you up emotionally and soothe you like a baby. How incredible. Yeah, that's exactly what they do. Yeah, it's exactly what they do. Yes, indeed. Kitty Love says, my narc is currently overseas. I'm using this period to heal myself, to go no contact. And I'm worried when he comes back, he will contact me again. What should I do? My narc is currently overseas. I'm using this period to heal myself. Okay. Well, when he comes back and he will contact you again, don't answer. You stay no contact. While you're healing yourself, make the appropriate changes in your life, Kitty Love, that will help you to resist him when he comes back. I understand it's tempting, but what you have to do is, if you can block him, block him. Move away from where he would know that you are. Get new routines, change your life, and when he does come back, you will already have closed that hole in your life where he had previously resided. Does that make sense? I hope it's helpful. Malta says to Jihan, Angie wants you to hear her response. She thinks it might be a great idea to review the stream in order to appreciate her response. Thanks. Big hugs, Malta. Thank you for saying so. Karen says his narc dad and histrionic mom can have him. Girl, I feel you. I feel you. Let's see here. Freedom Lee says, gaining knowledge from people like Angie has helped me through different stages of recovery. The ex-narc's brain fog has lifted. No more being used. Positive vibes to Karen. Thank you, Freedom Lee. Jihan says, nobody has ever treated me like he did during the idealization phase. Still seeking that bond with anyone. Sweetie, that is not necessarily the way you want to look, not the way you want to go. You want to take some time to heal by yourself for a while without being in a romantic relationship. I took a year after my marriage to a narcissist, and it might take longer or less time for you, but what you want to do is give yourself a break. Give yourself time so that you don't just fall into another relationship with another narcissist. You don't have to be in a relationship to be happy. Remember that. Sasha Smith says, Kitty love, expect and have plans in place for hoovering. Yes, indeed. I totally agree. Malta says, also, we are live. Please refresh if anyone cannot see the stream. Irish Indian says, my coffee is gone, but that's not as frustrating as the events of yesterday. At least I am so close to not having to live with my narc. I'm happy and excited for you on that front, my friend. I know that's a hard place to be, but I certainly feel you. Let's see here. Body and Soul says, thank you to Sasha for the sweet comment about what she was being well said, which she was well spoken there, or well written. Jouncy SM says to you, I too had a beautiful day in nature and it felt great. Now I want to explore and let that adventurous me out and enjoy. After narc abuse, I was fearful to do anything. Yesterday I went and hiked. Oh, that's amazing. I'm so happy to hear it, SM. John J says, I'm pleasantly surprised that ignoring my narc after 2 weeks has made me feel so much better. I still miss him, but my energy is better. Absolutely. It's a process and it works. And I'm proud of you and thank you for sharing that, John J. I think that will help some people. SM Malta says, that sounds amazing. Absolutely. KCB, hey KCB, says, my narc got someone pregnant again and acts like it's nothing. He acts as though I shouldn't be mad about it. He says it is me that he loves. He apologized, but then got mad at me because I was angry. Typical KCB, and I think you know what you need to do now, don't you? Cheating for me is a deal breaker. I don't know about y'all, but for me it's a deal breaker. And if he got somebody else pregnant, obviously he cheated. And if you stay with him, you're going to have to help take care of that baby at some point in your life. And quite honestly, nothing against the baby, but what I wouldn't want to take care of somebody else's baby that they cheated on me and, my spouse or boyfriend or whatever cheated on me and made with somebody else. No, I wouldn't. Maybe that makes me small, but I wouldn't. Just my thought. Jessica, big hugs to Jessica Stoop or Stup. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Gian says, who am I? I almost lost faith in God and religion. You've got to take the time to figure out who you are, my friend. That's what you got to do. It's a process. I've got lots of videos on that, and I'll do more if you need them. Sarah Flara says to KC, mine wanted to get me pregnant. Ugh. Yep. They like that because it makes them be, you feel stuck with them. SM says, no, Jihan, your life will not be over. Just trying to heal. I felt the same way you're feeling today, even though in my 50s, I feel like my life has just begun and I will have all the fun. Yes, I love that. CNC, good morning. She says, sending love from Belgium. Hey, Angie, do you have Skype appointments or something similar for international clients? Yes, I do. You can go to queenbeing.com and right there on the front page, you'll see that, or you can go to narcissismsupportcoach.com or narcissisticabuserecovery.online. I've got all of those set up for setting up appointments. I would love to speak with you. Yeah. And Sarah Flair says, there are so many of these people out there. They make me angry. I totally feel you. I'm on the same page. Alyssa says, I've been stressed out. My sister's niece is in the hospital. She has a rare blood disorder. Oh my God. She ended up having a Caesar and stroke and she's only 8. I'm so sorry, sweetie. Big hugs and positive energy. Emergency brain surgery. Oh my gosh. He knew all this was going on and wasn't there for me and stated if it was his own niece, he still wouldn't care. I'm so sorry. Alyssa, we're here and we care about you. And I know that it's not enough, but it's something I think that he's proven to you where you are on his priority list. And I think you deserve better. I'll just say that. Sarah Flara said, my narc discarded me too. And I feel you guys. Yeah, Sarah Flara, you're doing a lot better still, aren't you, honey? She says he keeps looking for a new supply that will never satisfy. That's right. That's right. Good morning, Brianne. I'm really sorry, you guys. I've got a call starting right now, actually 1 minute ago, so I've got to go. I really want to keep talking. Hello, Karen Barker. Everybody leave your messages here. This chat, I think, is open for a couple minutes after this is over, so I'm going to save a copy of it so I can read everybody's questions. I'll try to answer some of them in videos, and I'll be back tomorrow morning for another live stream. If you want to catch my live streams and not miss them, you can hit the subscribe button and the bell notification on my channel, or you can send a text to me at 33222 and just text the words AngieLive all together. One word, AngieLive. All right, I'm wrapping up for now. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I'll see you soon. Thanks so much for being a part of my day and a part of my life. Thank you for letting me be a part of yours. I'm sorry for the cutoff today, but I will be here a little bit longer tomorrow. Okay? Hugs and love, everybody. See you soon.